Good evening. The City of Boston Zoning Board of Appeal hearing for June 12th, 2025 is now in session. This hearing is being conducted in accordance with the applicable provisions of the open meeting law, including the updated provisions enacted by the legislature this year. The new law allows the board to continue its practice of holding virtual hearings through June 2027. This hearing of the board is being held remotely via the Zoom webinar event platform. This hearing is also being recorded. In order to ensure this hearing of the board is open to the public, members of the public may access this hearing through telephone and video conferencing. The information for connecting to this hearing is listed on today's hearing agenda, which is posted on the public notices page of the city's website, boston.gov. Members of the public will enter the virtual hearing as attendees, which means you will not see yourself on the screen, and you will be muted throughout unless administratively unmuted when asked to comment. Board members, applicants, and their attorneys or representatives will participate in the hearing as panelists, and they will appear alongside the presentation materials when speaking. Panelists are strongly encouraged to keep video on while presenting to the board. As with our in-person meetings, comments in support will be followed by comments in opposition. The order of comments is as follows: elected officials, representatives of elected officials, and members of the public. The chair may limit the number of people called upon to offer comment and the time for commenting as time constraints require. For that reason, the board prefers to hear from members of the public who are most impacted by a project. That is, those individuals who live closest to the project. If you wish to comment on an appeal, please click the raise hand button along the bottom of your screen in the Zoom webinar platform. Click it again and your hand should go down. When the host sees your hand, you will receive a request to unmute yourself. Select yes, and you should be able to talk. If you are connected to the hearing by telephone, please press *9 to raise and lower your hand. You must press *6 to unmute yourself after you receive the request from the host. Those called upon to comment will be asked to state their name and address first and then can provide their comment. In the interest of time and to ensure that you have enough time to do so, please raise your hand as soon as Mr. Stembridge reads the address into the record. Do not raise your hand before the relevant address is called, or the meeting host will not know to call on you at the appropriate time. Okay, Mr. Stembridge.
Good evening, Madam Chair. Present.
Good evening. And is Mr. Collins on? Is Mr. Collins on? Lisa, do you see him, or am I missing? Or who's
Don't see him.
Do not see him.
Madam Chair, I'm reaching out to him right now.
Raised.
Excellent. Just want to thank everyone for your patience. We require 3 members to proceed, and so we are reaching out to the 3rd member to find out what happened. Lisa, I'm not sure if you're the one trying to reach out to Mr. Collins.
Stephanie's calling him.
Okay, if someone could update us in a minute or two, because we will have to defer all the cases if he is not available.
Okay, let me check with Steph. Okay, she said she's trying to call him one more time.
And Madam Chair, I was
Yes.
unable to reach, David.
Okay, that's not great. I don't, is that Caroline that's with you, Mr. Stenbridge?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Okay, so what do you recommend as far as where these folks go next? Is it the next full hearing or the next subcommittee?
So I just want to be as fair as possible to each of them for being here.
Absolutely.
We can put it on for the next full hearing, unless someone wants to be put on for the next subcommittee. The next full hearing is June 24th, and the next subcommittee is July 24th.
So how would you like to handle this? We have 2, 4, 6 cases on. If we want to go through each one to ask, because we obviously have to defer them so just for everyone on the Zoom, as a subcommittee, we need to have 3 members, and all 3 members need to vote for this, for you to proceed. And since we only have 2 members, we're not able to put forth recommendations. So the question, Caroline, I guess, is how would you like us to proceed? Individually asking, or Norm and I can defer and folks reach out to you? Not sure.
If Norm can read out each case,
Okay.
just so it's on the record. Or hold on a
Okay,
second. Matt,
sure.
hold
So
on.
let's go through that, Mr. Stenbridge, and you and I will make motions to defer and ask our applicants
Oh,
their
great.
preference. How's that?
Hold on, Madam Chair.
Okay,
Madam Chair, Board Member Collins is signing on right now.
okay. God bless him. I'm sorry for the delay, everyone. Mr. Collins has not joined subcommittee yet, so I'm guessing this is not familiar territory for him yet. So sorry, guys. Please let us know when he's joined.
I don't see that he's joined. I see a phone number. Is this phone number, Mr. Collins? The 857 number? Are you? Hello? Is the person with 857 507?
Hi, this is, that number. My name is Andrew O'Brien. I'm a
Oh.
witness.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm
testifying.
just, okay, thanks.
I don't know, Stephanie, can you resend him the correct link?
Hi, Madam Chair. Sorry about that.
Okay,
Some
thank you.
difficulty there, but I'm here.
All right, Mr. Collins, we're going through roll call, so for formality's sake, Mr. Collins,
Present.
thank you. With that, I'm gonna turn it over to Mr. Stenbridge, and thank you for everyone's patience.
Thank you, folks. We'll begin the hearing scheduled for 5 p.m. for today. First, we have case BOA 1693782 with the address of 11 Dorchester Street. If the applicant and or their representative present, then please explain to the board.
Yes, good evening, Madam Chair, Member Stenbridge, Member Collins, Attorney Nick Suzula, McDermott, Quilty, Miller, and Hanley. Here on behalf of Publico Restaurant at 11 Dorchester Street in South Boston. And D&D Hospitality LLC as the owner of the establishment. With me tonight is Theo Bugas, who's one of the owner operators and actually lives in the building above the restaurant. This is a mixed use, newer building, built in the last 10 years or so, with a ground floor restaurant and residential above. And with him as well is Joe Marotta, who's the general manager at Publico. And this is a long existing restaurant use, been open for about 8 years. And what they're proposing is to change the legal occupancy of the premises to add live entertainment after 10:30 p.m. And the idea here is to, better utilize the premises, including the inclusion of live entertainment as an amenity to its customers. And this is actually, although this request to the board under zoning is new, this is not a new experience at the restaurant. They've actually, this would be a kind of a continuation and a more permanent zoning change of use. The last few years they've done, they've had over 300 live entertainment one-day applications that they've been utilizing with the city at the restaurant. And so this obviously over 300 over the past 3 years is a really good sample size. And that's the impetus or the reason for coming to the board today, is to ask for this to be a permanent change as part of their zoning and occupancy of the site. I bring this up because, anytime you add live entertainment to a restaurant, there's bound to be questions, but in this case, they're a well-known operator, again, over 8 years, and they've had over 300 of these over the past few years. This has included, lots of visits, inspections as a part of these one-day applications from the fire department, from the police department. During that time, there's been no issues or violations during those one-day entertainment applications. As part of this, they've also, in these one days, they've converted all of the sound coming into the restaurant through their own system, meaning anybody who comes to do live entertainment is going to be plugging into their system, which they can control, versus somebody bringing in their own sound system, which would obviously bring in a different variable versus them controlling it. And they also replaced their cloth roof at the in the ceiling with a glass roof that helps to maintain sound from traveling. The idea here would be to continue what they've been doing for the past few years. They're not going to change the type of entertainment or really the typical usage of it, which is Friday and Sunday live music and Saturday a DJ. So this is not something that's typically, during the week. Obviously, if they have a special occasion or an event, they'll want to accommodate a guest with requests for live music or a DJ. But in general, they want to keep it simple and nice as to, meaning what they've been doing for the past 3 years. So again, really good sample size. And again, Mr. Bugas, who's one of the owner operators, actually lives in the unit in the building as well. And then I'll just quickly talk about the zoning. They're both conditional use permits, Madam Chair. This is not a variance. These are not a forbidden use. It's actually a conditional use for the use change. for live entertainment after 10:30 PM under Article 68. And I believe I saw the mayor's office on, but we did have an abutter meeting on March 27th. It was lightly attended. There was support. There were some questions and concerns as well. But we also did provide a handful of support letters from direct abutters through Stephanie and through the board for this application for the hearing. And then the final thing I'll note, Madam Chair, is we did get a planning department recommendation of approval for this, which again, for a conditional use permit is very helpful. And they stated that the existing context supports the inclusion of live entertainment past 10:30 PM in the existing restaurant space. Happy to pause here. We don't have a formal presentation. I think generally this is the plan. You can see where the live entertainment is in the red rectangle, which is where they've been doing it for the past few years as well. So again, just looking for, you know, a more formal continuation of what's been done for the past several years. So thank you.
Thank you. A couple of questions on my end. Can you confirm the one-day licenses? What have been the hours of those? And have there been any issues, you know, any need to call the police, you know, any violations from those?
So to answer the second question first, no, and Theo can correct me if I'm wrong, but no issues or violations. You know, when you do these 1 days, you actually have to get sign off each and every time from BPD for them to approve it. So they've signed off on every one, and obviously if you have issues, they're not going to sign off on them the next 200 times if you had issues in the first 100. So no issues. As far as timing, I don't know, Theo, if you want to answer that, what's the general time frame? I think that was the first question from Madam Chair. You're on mute. You're on mute though, Theo. Sorry. I don't know that, but hopefully Theo, and there you go.
Got it. For live music, it's until midnight, and whenever we have a DJ, it's still 1.
Okay, that's
9 p.m. to
past practice.
9 p.m. to midnight, and then 9 to 1.
Okay, thank you. Other questions from the board?
Yes, Madam Chair. If I read it correctly, the only change is adding live music. There's no change to the number of seats. Okay.
That's correct, Mr. Stenbridge, exactly correct. Everything remains the same, and this is set up, this floor plan is set up exactly the way it is now for the 1 days. So no change of seating, occupancy, anything like that, exactly.
And there's not a dance floor from what I can see?
No.
No.
And so just what are your hours? What are your hours? And so, you know, your request is after 10:30, but what's the expectation that you're going to follow the similar 12 or 1 a.m. that you have been doing?
Correct.
Pulled over 300 of these. And we just want to keep it the same that it is. We do a lot of functions here also with weddings, with private events. So we don't want to change anything we've been doing. We most likely have a band on a Friday, a DJ on a Saturday, and occasionally a band on a Sunday. And we just want to continue doing that. And we also, like I mentioned, do a lot of private events that if the party would like to do a band or a DJ during the week, we'd like to be able to do so. But no changes at all whatsoever what we've been doing for the last 8 years.
Thank you. And so just to confirm again, what are your closing hours?
1 a.m. every day. Thank
Okay,
you.
thanks. Any other questions from the board? Hearing none, may I have public testimony?
Madam Chair and members, Siggy Johnson with the Office of Neighborhood Services. This petitioner completed the ONS community process. Our office hosted an abutters meeting on March 27th, at which there was a concern about noise, but no stated opposition to the proposal. Our office has received 5 letters of opposition and 5 letters of support, which have been forwarded to the board. Those opposed cite the potential for noise. The St. Vincent's Lower End Neighborhood Association took no position on this proposal. With that background, we defer judgment to the board. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's no other
Any-
hands raised.
Okay. Thank you. And any response to the noise trash concerns that were raised, just to assuage people's concerns?
I mean, I think the track record, you know, speaks for itself a little bit. We've had no violations. You know, I know Theo lives in the building, and the reason for that is to address these concerns. Literally, Madam Chair, at the abutter meeting, Theo gave his cell phone out for anybody if there were concerns. There are other restaurants right in this general area, that we can't obviously control, their patrons, but this is meant to be a neighborhood establishment. This is not meant to be, and this is again, this isn't gonna be a new issue. This isn't a new added entertainment. I think the track record there of these 300 plus over the last few years, and no violations officially.
Thank you.
Speaks for itself, yeah.
There's two hands raised, if that's okay.
Briefly, yes.
Adam Buckley, you have your hand raised?
Yeah, hi, Adam Buckley, 412 West First Street. I'm a direct abutter across the street. If I had my camera on, you would see the Publico logo in the background, front door. First, my first point is, we're big fans of Publico. We attend some of their events. We're there all the time. We bring our kids. Every first Wednesday of the month, I have a group of Southie dads that come by. So Tio knows that we're big fans of Publico, the restaurant. I would say that we are definitely opposed to Publico, the nightclub, on the weekend. And apologies, Tio, you heard me say this before. We've had lots of chats about it. I think, Tio, you're doing your best, but to me, this kind of leans into the nightclub vibe that we have on the weekends. The issue I don't think is maybe noise coming from inside the establishment. It's when everyone spills out at 1 a.m. Just in terms of dynamics, on the weekend, it's kind of a drink till last call kind of place at 1 a.m. Everyone spills out at the same time. It's a teeny tiny little street. There are Ubers beeping. It's to the point where, and people chanting and shouting, it's to the point where Tio had to get a bouncer to stay late to clear people out of the area, which I thank him for. But ultimately, our kid's bedroom is facing that entrance. We had to move it to the back of the house. Kids are getting older. They both need their bedroom. I probably have to move if this is going to go through. So, I'm opposed. And I'll rest there. Thank you.
Thank you.
The other hand went down, so that was it for hands raised.
Thank you.
Oh, actually, it went back up.
Okay, let's keep moving. So
Attendee? Oh, should I have them speak or no?
Yep, if they're here to speak
Okay.
on this, please.
Attendee?
Hi,
Hi, yes.
my
you
name
do.
is Elise. I live at 525 East Second Street. Publico is on the corner of the block. I've been here longer than they have been here. It's been a great addition to the neighborhood. It's great to have the live music at the end of the week. They've been a great neighbor for me, for my family comes in to visit. It's always the place that we go. And again, it's right on the corner of the block, and I have not heard any noise at night, even with my windows open. It has not been an issue for me. And, I'm always trying to support small businesses. And again, Publico has been a great neighbor.
Thank you.
Jacqueline?
Yeah, hi, I'm Jackie Birchstein. I actually live in the building. And I also fully express my full support for this. I live directly upstairs, and they're a very respectful and valued part of our neighborhood. They always maintain a thoughtful balance between creating that lively scene, a welcoming atmosphere, and a good residential community. So I think this will enhance its offerings. And again, I fully support it, and I've never had an issue with any of the noise. So
Thank you.
Hey, Jenny?
How many raised hands do you have on this?
They keep going up.
Okay, well, we're gonna take two more and then we're gonna move on.
Okay, Jenny,
Hi, this is Jenny from the South Boston Commerce, and I just wanted to let everyone know that we are in full support. Theo and Joe have been great to the community. They are always willing to help out. They are a great small business in the neighborhood, and anything that will further their success, the Chamber of Commerce is for.
Thank you.
all right, Katie?
Hi there, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yep.
ma'am.
Yeah, Katie Kowalski. I live at 509 East Second Street. In our building, I'm the unit that probably is the closest, probably same distance as the first speaker. My living room and bedroom overlook Publico. In the 5 years as an owner, we've never had an issue. Like the current or past speaker that just said, it's really exciting to see Publico support not only the neighborhood, but other small businesses in the neighborhood, local jewelers, fitness instructors, etc. in their space. So we love it. It's a great neighborhood spot. I recently hosted an event there. I know the music thing that's on the table has been going for the past 2 or 3 years. Hasn't really been an issue from our side. Again, my living room and bedroom overlook the
Thank
front
you.
door. So thank you so much for the time.
Any other questions from the board? Any last word from the applicant?
Just want to say thank you to everybody.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Stenbridge,
Yes.
Mr. Collins,
Yes.
chair votes yes, the motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have case BOA 1698916 with the address of 33 to 39 Savin Hill Avenue. If the applicant and or their representative are present, would they please explain to the board?
Somebody has their hand raised. Can you speak?
Oh,
Hi, are you here to present?
hi. I was told that I should attend. My name is Fee Pham. I am the owner of Yenny's, the Burger and Social. I also have present here my
I'm sorry, are you here for 33 to 39 Savin Hill Ave?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. Please proceed.
Yep. So my name is Fee Pham. I am the owner of Yenny's Burger and Social, and to my knowledge, we're on this call to request I believe to remove the proviso, so that we could have a takeout option on our CI.
All right, so is this just a existing business and you're just removing the proviso for this applicant only?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any questions from the board? May I have public testimony?
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. This time, the Mayor's office would like to defer to the judgment of this board. Our office is unaware of any concerns. With no real operational changes, we did not host an abutters meeting. They've been operating on a temporary license for takeout, and there's no issues that have been raised with us. With that, I'll defer to the board. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's no other hands raised, Madam Chair.
With that, may I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Stenbridge,
Yes.
Mr. Collins,
Yes.
chair votes yes, the motion carries. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Next, we have two companion cases. The first is case BOA 1697197 with the address of 2 Summer Street. Along with that, we have case BOA 1697509 with the address of 2R Summer Street. If the applicant and or their representative are present, will they please explain these cases to the board?
Yes, hello, my name is Doug Jack. I'm the architect for this project. I'll be representing the owners, Stephanie and Moataz, who are also present on this call. Thank you for taking the time to hear our case. This is a single-family residence that my clients purchased a couple of years ago. It had an existing 16-foot by 24-foot wood shop in the rear yard that they're proposing to convert to an ADU. They're expecting a child soon, and they're basically intending for their in-laws to be able to stay there and help them out with childcare, things of that sort. We're not changing the footprint or the extent of the exterior, or we're not proposing to change the footprint or exterior envelope scale at all. We would modify the windows to work with the new change of use as an ADU as opposed to a wood shop. We would also be adding plumbing so that we can have a full bath and a kitchen within the unit. If you scroll to the next page, it shows the proposed interior floor plan of that 1-bedroom ADU unit. Before presenting tonight, we presented to the abutters. And then we also presented to the West Roxbury Neighborhood Council and received both of their approval. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Questions from the board? Hearing none, may I have public testimony?
Madam Chair and members, Siggy Johnson with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. This petitioner completed the ONS community process. Our office hosted an abutters meeting on April 3rd at which no concerns were raised. The West Roxbury Neighborhood Council is in support of this application. With that background, we defer judgment to the board. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's no other hands raised.
With that, may I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
May I have a second?
Second,
Mr. Stenbridge,
yes.
Mr. Collins,
Yes.
chair votes yes, the motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Next, we have case BOA 1714460 with the address of 23 Wedgemere Road. If the applicant and or the representative present, would they please explain to the board?
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, members of the board. Gavin Driscoll, Lighthouse Architecture and Design. This is just a small renovation of an existing single-family home. It's just a small cape, so the idea would be to rip off the roof of the second floor and pretty much match all the houses in the neighborhood. The existing footprint is pretty much staying the same besides the overhang in the front and the back. And the violations are, it's an existing non-conforming lot on the sides. Thank you.
Questions from the board?
Yes, Madam Chair. So this will continue to be a single family.
Correct. Yep. Yeah. The upstairs of the house right now, it just has the 2 bedrooms. They're a family of 5. So they're looking to stay in the city. They both work in the city. So they're just looking to make the upstairs a little bit more usable for the family.
Thank you.
Thank you. May I have public testimony?
Madam Chair and board members, C. Johnson with the Office of Neighborhood Services. This petitioner completed the ONS community process. Our office hosted an abutters meeting on April 16th at which no concerns were raised. The West Roxbury Neighborhood Council is in support of this application. With that background, we defer judgment to the board. Thank you.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second,
Mr. Stenbridge,
yes.
Mr. Collins,
Yes.
chair votes yes, the motion carries.
Thank you so much.
And next we have case BOA 1706593 with the address of 11 Bonaire Street. If the applicant and or their representative present, if they please explain the case to the board.
Yes, hi, good evening. My name is Jackie Bell. This is my husband Ryan. We lived at 11 Bonaire Street. We had applied and reached out to the Department of Public Works to expand and widen our driveway with the instructions we were given saying that the maximum allowable feet was 14. And we're just looking to have our driveway right now fits 1 car, be able to widen it slightly to be able to fit both of our cars. For me, it would just be nice to be off the street as my husband has a commercial vehicle. We were denied because it was the ISD said it was a 12 maximum allowable. So we were just hoping to expand the driveway to be able to fit 2 cars. And that way I'm not taking my toddler in and out in the middle of the street.
Thank you. So can you clarify what is it right now and why are you unable to drive 2 cars in?
Right now, I believe it's only it's on the plan. I'll zoom in a little bit. It's 8 feet, and we're looking to expand it to 14 to be able to fit 2 cars. It's just a 1-car driveway right now.
And can you are cars allowed to park on the street now? So would you be taking space that would otherwise potentially have a parked car?
No.
No, so cars are not allowed to park on that street?
Oh, yes, they are allowed to park on the street. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe
Here-
Mr. Collins can shed light why this can't be doable with 10 or 12 feet.
So you're increasing your curb cut from 9.4 to 14 feet, but it's also, you're creating more front yard parking, which is already not allowed. Like, we can't approve that, can't approve more front yard parking there.
If we would be able to adjust it to 12 feet,
I don't see why you couldn't adjust it to a maximum of 12 feet and essentially put two cars there if you can fit them, right? It's just that 14 feet isn't, we can't approve another parking spot out front.
We were told by Boston Public Works that it could be 14. Is there?
That it could be 14.
Yes.
yes, we have it in writing.
I revised the plans once already to make it 14 because of Boston Public Works.
So it's not even if
Public
it's
Works or BTD, because BTD would likely not have supported a 14. So
I'm not even necessarily against the 14. It's not the 14. It's creating another parking spot out front that's more of the problem.
Mhm.
It would just
You
be
only have a
widening.
5. Go ahead, continue.
Where we would be going widening, we are back against somebody's going across their fence. So it's not necessarily like we're taking up more space into somebody's front yard. It's just that we're going to the right a little bit wider of against a fence. So it wouldn't even be like that you could, it wouldn't necessarily look like it was taking up any front yard space.
Yeah, so you have a 5-foot setback between your house and your lot line, correct?
I imagine, yeah.
According to the plans you do, it's just you're parking a car in the front of the building, which we can't allow more of. Like, what's existing is grandfathered in, but we can't approve an additional spot out front like that.
So no matter what, we can't park two cars there?
Yeah, we can't approve front yard parking.
Even though there's already 2-car parking across the neighborhood?
It's grandfathered in.
I think my question is just really around the 12 versus the 14 as well, because it sounds to me like their parking is already allowed on the street, which means you'd be essentially taking a spot that someone else could use that is a public spot and privatizing it. So I guess there's a couple of different issues or questions.
Privatizing a public spot on our property?
No, in order to widen your curb cut, you would have to remove the possibility of a car in the public realm parking on that spot. Does that make sense?
I understand. I mean, if I know this is a case by case.
That's why I was asking about the width and what, like why you cannot accommodate it with less.
Yeah, if you looked at our street, you would kind of understand more where we're in a very interesting situation where we're basically the only house on this little section of road. So we're not really taking away any other parking spaces.
And the
from
neighborhood's
anybody
in
else.
full support.
Any other questions from the board?
So it can be, if I hear correctly, it can be expanded to 12 feet from where they are now.
Who are you asking that question to?
I guess I'm asking the applicant. I believe David said earlier that it was current driveway is 9.5 feet.
Yes.
And it can be expanded to 12 feet.
Yes.
We'd be happy with 12. We just weren't clear on where it should be because we were told by Ashley Biggins from Boston Public Works that it could be 14. So that's why we went with our plans at 14. And then
you said ISD reject. I thought you said Public Works rejected it because it was a maximum of 12.
No, ISD rejected it because it said that it was a maximum of 12, but the instructions when we went for the permit said that we could go maximum 14. So we applied for 14 and then we were rejected, which is how we started the appeals process. We're happy with 12 and we could fit with 12. We went for what was written as the maximum allowable.
Okay. And maybe I'm missing something. Do you have a garage?
Yes.
Yes.
So do 2 cars fit in your garage?
No, it's a 1-car garage. It's a very small 1-car garage.
In the one parking space in front of the garage is currently taking. So that's why we were just looking to widen it to the right slightly.
Which sounds to me like you're not using your garage for parking.
You can't because there's already a spot in there. So it's already being taken.
I might be missing something because that
So yes,
that
he
adds up
pulled
to
into
3
the
parking
driveway.
spots.
It's a 1-car driveway. So if he's pulled into the driveway, then you can't use, somebody can't get into the garage. You'd just be playing.
Creating a tandem, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drive a commercial vehicle for work, so I'm not allowed to park in the street overnight. So
Got it.
that's why I always have to be in the driveway. And that's why we wanted to have a 2-car driveway so we can be side by side, so we're not shuffling cars all day, every day for the rest of our lives.
Thank you. No, that's helpful. Appreciate that. With that, may we have public testimony?
Madam Chair and board members, Siggy Johnson with the Office of Neighborhood Services. Our office would like to go in support of this application. Our office hosted an abutters meeting on April 30th at which no concerns were raised. The West Roxbury Neighborhood Council is in support of this application. Once again, ONS in support of the variance to allow the occupants optimal use of their property. With that background, I just want to reiterate ONS's support. Thank you.
There's
Thank
no
you.
hands raised, Madam Chair.
Madam
Okay.
Chair, do we have anything from BTD on here? I can't.
I know, I was gonna ask that. Usually
A
Mr.
recommendation.
Stenbridge points that out. I don't know
I-
if Mr.
No,
Stenbridge or,
didn't see anything.
Yeah, so Bob D'Amico, he retired.
oh, he did,
and
okay.
Yeah, and so he said just to defer to BPD's judgment.
And you said you have a written letter from BPDA saying that, sorry, from the Public Works Department saying they can be 14 feet?
Yes, from Ashley Biggins
Okay.
in the recommendation.
And just to clarify for that, they would still need zoning relief for them.
I mean, to be honest, this sounds like departments who are not talking to each other, because if, you know,
Yes.
which is above our pay grade, right? I mean, this is like, why isn't Public Works and, you know, BTD aligned?
We do have a neighbor that's trying to get on to speak in support, and he it says he's muted.
I know someone was on earlier, but you know,
Yeah, he's the
I don't know if Mr.
617-416 member.
If Mr. Collins, you see a 12-foot compromise here?
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm okay with the 14 feet if the BTD, sorry, not if BTD, if Public Works is, if BTD didn't write a recommendation then.
No, BPD did, which is in denial, so I'm suggesting a happy medium.
I will motion to approve a 12-foot curb cut.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Stenbridge,
Yes.
Mr. Collins,
Yes.
chair votes yes, the motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
And with that, I thank you all. Thank you for your patience, and I'll see some of you at the next hearing.
Have a good night.
You too.
Good